Alright, so finally we have a video against honestly one of the decks that I was really hyped up to play against. So Astral Poets, this deck has such a special place in my heart because it reminds me so much of V-Series when I was having a lot of fun with Astral Poets. Even though back then I wasn't able to fully build the deck, money was a problem. So there we go, I'm still using Magnolia Fantome. I'm still trying to practice this deck because I really like the deck, and having to say Kakuretsu Shio is just so damn cool. So just me nerding out right there. So I decided to adopt the Aura build for this deck instead of playing the Moon Cycler, because I do like the latent the latent order filtering from Aura. Obviously the problem with Aura is you have to see it early game. So I have my friend here, Prestige. He's playing he's playing Astral Poets, and I'm sorry, but this deck, a lot of people are still trying to make this deck work, and unfortunately my defensive OT came out. I didn't want it because I did try to play a lyrical OT to check it offensively, of course, and with Magnolia Fantome and the 5 attack from the back row, we generally want more power, right? So lyrical OT felt like the obvious choice for myself and my playstyle. So I really like this build. And I mean, if you guys have any comments or if you guys have any recommendations for me, you can leave it in the comment section below. Let me know and I'll try it out when I have the time to. So here we go with more aura, and luckily I managed to see all of my aura. So here we go, Hue Trigger and aura hitting, so it allows me to get a copy of Elementaria because aura does search for any order. So that's something that I really like about it. And you might be wondering why the Elementaria, because generally we're gonna be grade 4, so you cannot play the original Elementaria if you're grade 4. So this felt like the obvious choice for me. And I did see people considering to run 4 normal PGs because they do want to utilize the bouncing effects that Magnolia has or Lyrical has to sort of go into the longer game. But personally, I'm not a fan of going into super late games or deck out strategies, things like that. Yeah, I mean, if I don't have to, I don't like to go into that situation where I might potentially misplay, and that would definitely cost me the game. So I like to go for a more aggressive route. So there we go, and we see Prestige going first with Uranus. So yeah, Gleaming Lord Uranus, one of the OGs in my heart. I really love Shinemon as a character, even though I feel like he's really underrated as a character. So if you guys actually did enjoy the Shinemon arc, do leave a comment in the comment section below, hey, Shinemon, W Shinemon, man. Honestly, the character arc that he had, the growth that he had from this punk ass kid to the mature adult that we know Shinemon to be in the original series, this is crazy, man. I really love it. So Genesis being a clan that because of that grade 1 that was hit by the ban list recently, with Shinemon around, you can really just farm PGs, right? But with the idea of Astral Poets, generally you would like to adopt a really glass cannon-y kind of mindset. Sure, you can adopt a strategy to go into a later game where you are more defensive, you're more tanky, so you really do abuse that grade 1 to keep farming PGs back from your graveyard. That's fine as well, but I believe to stick to what the deck is known to do, which is to just quickly finish the game off with Uranus and Valkyrion's 5 drive. So unfortunately, with the amount of support that we have right now, Uranus is still a still a turn 4 deck to get the 5 drives from Valkyrion. So no real way to turbo. I don't think there is. I believe I tried to read everything there is to Keter to try and turbo, but to no avail. So here we go with Magnolia going in. And so grade 4 Magnolia generally only happens if your opponent is grade 3. So going second, I'm not really sure if Magnolia Fantome prefers to go second, but I was trying the different play styles out for Magnolia, but I still can't really decide if Magnolia Fantome is a go first or second deck, although Vanguard is now a go first meta. So do let me know what you guys think, if Magnolia Fantome should be a go first or go second deck. So Magnolia swing in first, triple blank. That's really unfortunate actually, holy crap, with the amount of filtering and milling that I've been doing. So Aura going in, so unfortunately this is gonna be a 3 to 4 attack turn only, because I'm not gonna swing with a 6k aura, right? So I rather cut off 1 attack early game to just filter whatever I can to increase my odds of seeing triggers later with my triple drive. So even with that, seeing 3 blanks in my triple drive is just really unfortunate. So I think I decided to go for a 3 attack turn just to really push for, I don't know, just push for power, because he did check a defensive. So there we go, and bouncing things back, Phantom skill ×1 bouncing. So you're gonna see the sheer hand size that Magnolia Fantome is known to have. You know, empty board, everything bounces back, and with the Phantom skill, everything in your hand is extra shield value. All of your Lethia mates are extra shield value. So here we see Uranos actually going for the I think his name is Astral Dragon. So getting the 5 gauge is not a problem. So here we have, I'm not sure if this is the correct board state that you want to be in. So here we have the man, the myth, the legend himself, Valkyrion. So I was just asking him like, hey man, what the hell are you doing here? Do you not put a gauge or something? So here we have Valkyrion going in with the 5 drive. So this is what Valkyrion is known to do, guys. We're gonna Zodiac Blazer the crap out of your opponents each time we hit a 5 drive. So here we go with the 5 drive. I was like, yep, nope, I'm not dealing with that. So here we go with the Elementaria that I found out with Aura. So heal trigger, crit trigger, yep, there we go. Crit trigger again, onto the Vanguard, and 4th check, 5th check. So everything does go into the soul. That is actually the effect of the astral plane that Valkyrion is sitting on. So here we have the Vanguard swinging in with 2 blanks. It's quite unfortunate, but he did check like what 3 triggers of the Valkyrion, which is honestly good enough. So this is the problem with Astral Poets, right? Like they do a lot of drive checks. They are a very aggressive deck when it comes to that. But everything from the Valkyrion drive check goes in the soul, unfortunately, and you do risk like checking blanks with your Vanguard effect. So that's why like people always like to say that Astral Poets is a really glass cannon deck. You don't have a lot of shield value, but there are builds with the new Killer Sanctuary cards that allow Astral Poets to really be a very defensive deck in its own right, even though it's probably not as sustaining as decks like Rezio, which is known to go into late game and having anti-deck out mechanics and things like that. So yeah, I mean, I still really like Astral Poets as a deck on its own right now. I really think you guys could check it out. Personally, I have got a playset of whatever Shinemon cards that I need to make the deck, but I haven't really found the time to sleeve it up and really tested it out yet. So we're just gonna see a lot of Kokoa, a lot of like Setagaon action, trying to filter down so your Valkyrion and your Vanguard always hits a minimum of like 4 to 5 triggers during your 7 drive check turn, which is really insane. And I still really love this deck, even though like it is, I think it's considered as the underperformer of all of the decks that came out from the new set. So Magnolia Fantome doing Magnolia Fantome things, calling everything out with the Persona right, and going in with the Vanguard swing. So now I am a grade 4 with a power of I think 41,000. So he did gut with the PG, which is honestly acceptable. And again with the triple blank, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not real. This is actually not real. Thank God for the Phantom skill to make all of my Lethia mates unit have extra shield value. Otherwise, holy crap, I have no idea how I would survive the next turn. But here we go with the Alpine swinging in and grade 2 swinging in, and unfortunately, I think I misplayed here. Otherwise, I would have been able to farm the Persona right back into my hand. But I think I took a gamble here and tried to hope to see the grade 2 Lethia mates that allow me to bounce after attacking. So yep, I think I still use the Phantom skill. Yep, there we go. Phantom skill to add back the Persona right. So that was actually okay. So this is one thing that I really like about Magnolia Fantome, right? Like having the versatility of the Phantom skill allows me to always have an optimal hand, always ensuring I see what I want to see in my hand. So here we see we have Prestige over here like stressing out like, oh my gosh, am I actually going to like miss the Valkyrion? So I can honestly tell you guys, if Prestige hit like a 5 drive like what he did the previous turn, I probably would have been dead, because like the pressure of extra drive checks means like higher probability to see triggers as well. So we have Uranos using his skill to call back the namesake grade 1. I don't remember the name, but it is a card that has extra shield value, so that's really good. So we have the ace unit here. He's just trying to filter whatever he can, and I think he missed. Yep, unfortunately he missed. So I think he hasn't used Uranus' effect to call things out, so he has a Valkyrion in the graveyard. So generally what you want to do is Valkyrion top 5, mill out a Valkyrion, so it's like a setup for next turn where Uranus can counterblast, you gain a Divine Gauge, and you still call the Valkyrion that you ditched out from the damage zone. So I took a gamble because his Valkyrion is swinging for 70k with Twin Drive because he milled a grade 2, and I checked the defensive, so there we go. And this is where his Uranus starts checking triggers, so crit to the side and checking a PG. So he decides to swing with that first, which is honestly okay. I believe this game, it was quite unfortunate, but he did not really fully utilize the grade 1 double rare from the Minerva line of support to go into like a longer game with me while maintaining like a Valkyrion multiple drive pressure. So that's honestly okay. I mean, he did tell me that he was new with the deck, and I believe we all are, because like it's still like a new set release, so we're still trying to figure things out. Even for myself playing Magnolia Fantome, this is something that I am new to personally, so if I make any misplays or I did not play optimally, please do not blame me. I'm still fresh to this deck. And here we go with everything going in with Magnolia Fantome. I believe this was the game that I really basically saw everything that I wanted to see, and I played to the best of my abilities, you know, farming back the Persona Rise and always having like the optimal board state. So there we go with the Phantom skill to, the Crimson Moon to farm out things that are not triggers in my deck. So both of our decks were incredibly thin at this point, right? So I still decided to play a bit safe, even though I know his hand was next to unguardable for my onslaught of attacks, but I called the PG there, which is I believe it was 16k on its own. So Vanguard swing in for 41k triple drive, first check front, second check front, and heal trigger. So this is where all my triggers were, and that was game. Thank you so much.